This is a fantastic book to improve your golf. And this is my interpretation of some of the elements in this book that never get old. Chapter 1, the grip. And if we go straight to page 18 and 19 here, we can see a really good illustration. And what he's saying at the base of this is that a golfer's power is originated and generated by the movements of the body. The power is transferred from the player's body to his arms and then to his hands. So we've got three elements there that work together to generate power, to generate speed. It multiplies itself enormously with every transfer, like a chain action in physics. And you can see the illustration there shows the engine in the body and how it then connects down to the hands. These are all the elements that help propel the club head. And the main thing I want to keep a note of here is that we're trying to propel the club head through the ball. Now, this picture here is one of my favorites. Hogan's got the heel of his palm and the fingertip going onto the grip there, and he's saying that pressure-wise, and I work on grip pressure quite a lot with a lot of golfers that I see because it's so valuable, but he's got two pressure points there, giving him the ability to hold the club and manipulate the club. And what he's saying is that from there, we then close the grip. We don't add any more pressure than those two pressure points. And I see a lot of people squeeze, and then it makes the club harder to move. It makes it harder to maneuver it. And the checkpoint that I would have there is that I would be looking for the ability to lift the club up in a straight line straight towards your nose. So if you can bounce the club like that without squeezing it, then that's a very good skill to have because of how it connects to everything else in the golf swing. And the thing that I demonstrate to people quite a lot is I have my right hand open, so I don't have any pressure on my right hand, and I can put the club here and I can put the club here and I can put the club in different places. I can hinge more, I can hinge less. I can do what I need to do with the golf swing without squeezing it, without holding it too tight. So as I'm stood here, so maybe we can do this as a bit of a process and part of a pre-shot routine. So when you're waiting for the group in front, if you're on the tee waiting for the fairway to clear, you could be standing there waiting and just moving the club in this hand. So you could just be resting the club, bouncing it along while you're waiting, just to encourage good habits and good behaviors. And Hogan talks about doing this off the golf course as much as you can so it becomes second nature. So unless you're going to stand at home doing it, we can do it on the golf course. We're already there for 4+ hours. Holding the club in my hand here, I'm able to lift that straight up towards my nose. Then I've got the same ability to manipulate the club here. It helps me hinge, it helps me get the club in a good place there. Feeling that hinge, feeling that freedom, not squeezing it too tight, and then I'm able to get through the ball quite nicely. So for me, a big part of this is the grip pressure. With that two-part connection to the golf club, we're not trying to squeeze it, we're just letting the fingers wrap back in. And then what Hogan's saying about the right hand is saying that the club wants to be in your fingertips there, not in the palm. So if you've got the club in the palm, you're more likely to get round here and wrap around. I haven't got much control of that, and if I grab a big heavy hammer, I'm not going to hold it like that and try and do it. I'm going to put it in my fingertips there, so I've got more control and I've got more ability to smack a nail. And then on page 28 here, Hogan's talking about being able to put pressure this way on the grip so we can apply force there, because that helps us move the club head, it helps us add speed. So as I'm coming through the ball, I've got my right hand on here in a fashion that allows me to propel it there. So I've got it rested in my left hand, I've got it propelling with my right hand. And if I have my grip a bit stronger and I have it more round here, I can't push the side of that club, but I can twist it round, which can lead to hooking. And if I have my hand too far over, I can push down really well, but I can't push to the side as easily. So sometimes I use a trigger finger where I stick this finger out a bit more so I can help that club get assisted, so I can help that club add speed at this end of it. And then I'm thinking about my right hand being on the side of the grip, so I get it on the side of the grip so I can put that club head through, so I can accelerate that end of the stick through the ball, which is sometimes a bit of a lost art. And if you think a lot of the things where people look to like hold the club off and not release it, we look to do things like this. But when you see a tour player get there at impact and they get their hands ahead, they've got their trigger finger on here and they are accelerating that golf club through the golf ball, and normally that's because they've got a bit of a pressure point here that allows them to accelerate it. But I do believe that a lot of the things in this book are absolutely timeless. They were relevant then and they're relevant now, and a lot of golf coaching derives from this book, from Hogan's theories, from Hogan's teachings. But stay tuned for the next video and I'll talk you through the next chapter.